Welcome back to the channel. My name is Ryan, and today we are discussing the Big 12 championship between Oklahoma State and Texas. This matchup is very huge, mainly for Texas. If Texas wins this game, depending on the results that will happen tonight, hopefully I can get this video out tonight too. It is a Friday. It's Oregon versus Washington. If for Texas, probably make it like comfortably of some sort, they would need probably Washington to win. So that takes out any other one-loss team. Excuse me. Texas in this one is heavily favored. Texas is a 14.5-point favorite. I think it's a little bit much, in my opinion. I think a lot of these betting lines for these college or these championship games are a little bit much. Still, this is not a bad Oklahoma State team. They've had a bad start to the year. I'm pretty sure they lost to South Alabama. But then they bounced back very well. They beat Oklahoma. Like, they've had very good games. Like, they've played very well. And their best player, I would probably say by far, is the running back, Ollie Gordon II. He leads the FBS with 1,580 total yards, 1,580 yards rushing. He's very good. He's very good in big games. He just had a 5-touchdown game against BYU in an overtime game, and they had to win to make the conference championship game, which ties up Barry Sanders' record for Oklahoma State. That shows how good he is. Whenever you have a record that's next to Barry Sanders, you're doing something very good. Oklahoma State, I'll be honest, I've not watched a whole lot of them throughout the year. I'll be honest. But they do tend to make some big plays. Whenever they need to, they can make the plays that are necessary. And they've been pretty good recently. I mean, they had to come back and win against BYU again, but they beat Oklahoma, which is the reason why they had a chance to even make the Big 12 title game, and they got the stops that they needed. If you're able to lock up Dillon Gabriel, you're probably going to have a decent chance against Texas. Texas, this team, very good defensively, pretty good offensively. They got to play to the high level, though. You cannot look at this game and just say, okay, we can take care of business this one. No, Oklahoma State's 2-0 against this. When Steve Sarkisian is taking over Texas, they're 2-0. They're pretty good. They're very good against them. And last year, Coin Ewers had one of the worst games he had all year against Oklahoma State. This game's not going to be easy. This has upset written all over it. And it's not just because it's Oklahoma State. It's because it's Texas. Texas has letdowns. Texas makes mistakes. And this is the first year you can really say Texas is back. And I only can suspect that they're going to choke, just like USC did last year. Just like that. And this one here. Quinn Ewers is a very good quarterback. Coming off an injury, Malik Murphy had the fill-in. He did pretty good. Quinn Ewers, yeah, he has a lot of good receiving. Has a very good receiving core, led by Xavier Worthy. Xavier Worthy is very good. You got A.D. Mitchell. You got very good guys at receiver. They just come off a win against Texas Tech that they won 57-7. This team is very good. I mean, this team also beat Bama in Tuscaloosa, which is the only loss they've had all year for Bama. And the main reason I would say they won that game was because they were able to get after the pass. And be able to fluster a quarterback is very important. They did that. They beat Bama. Their one loss this year was against Oklahoma. They were not able to do that in the key drives against Oklahoma. Mainly the last one. Dillon Gabriel was just picking apart this team easy over and over again. And I'm not saying Oklahoma State's quarterback is Dillon Gabriel, but I'm also saying most quarterbacks can make the plays that Dillon Gabriel was able to that drive because of the time he got. You got to be able to make plays. You got to be able to stop the run. That's the main stuff. But recently, Texas has had a lot of close games against teams that they probably shouldn't have. I'll let you know, before the Texas Tech one. Texas Tech is a rivalry game for them, so they probably played even extra hard for them. But like at Houston, they won 31-24 off a horrible spot that should have given Houston a chance to win. Then 6-35 against BYU. And then an overtime win against Kansas State, 33-30, which was, oh my gosh, that was very close. That was a very close call for Texas. Kansas State probably should have won. They probably should have won because they had the chance and then failed when they had. You have TCU versus Texas. When TCU almost won, they only lost by 3. It was 26-29. And I know some of them are the games I mentioned or without Quinn Ewers, but this one the Quinn Ewers was in. And they had their guys, their defense just didn't play to that high level. And their offense got to score a little bit more. They're playing TCU. You had Iowa State versus Texas, 16-26. Like, what? It's Iowa State. Like, you got to play to a high level, especially in big games. Quinn Ewers has been pretty efficient overall. He's out there. They can run the ball. They can make the big plays. But again, they're making big plays against teams that aren't necessarily that good. Oklahoma State's in a title game for a reason. They can make big plays when they have to, and Ollie Gordon's going to run all over you if you can't stop it. And now you have the situation of, could this game be close late? Yes, I believe this game could be very much close late. Because Oklahoma State's had a fair share of close games throughout there. Just last game, they had BYU. It was 40-34. They had a very close one against Oklahoma, 27-24. A close one against Kansas, 39-32. Close one against Kansas State, 29-21. Close one against Iowa State. They ended up losing that one. They got destroyed by South Alabama to start this year. This team has done a very good job at bouncing back throughout the years. They started off 0-2, and now ever since then they're like 9-1. Their only loss since then was very much a letdown against UCF. I doubt they're going to do that. I very much doubt they're going to do that. And people are looking at this team as like, oh, they're just a 9-3 crap team. No. This team's pretty good. You got to take this serious. The team beat Oklahoma. Got to take this serious. And I believe this game could be kind of more like last year's Big 12 title game, the one that went to overtime, and Kansas State barely beat TCU. And by the way, I was the only one saying TCU was I believe last year Kansas State heading into that game was the better team. No one else was saying that though, but I'm going to take credit when I can for that one. I know that doesn't matter for this matchup, but I want to mention that. I believe this game is going to be very much close late. I believe Texas will let down their fans. Very much so. This will be one of the biggest upsets of Conference Championship Week. Give me Oklahoma State. Let's go. This game could definitely go to overtime. It's going to be 27-24. Give me Oklahoma State to win this one. Upsets happen in the Big 12 title game. They do. Weird stuff happens. This could be another one like that. And it'll be funny in the last year of the Big 12 being like having Texas and Oklahoma State beats both. That would be funny. And I believe that's going to happen. So yeah, I got Oklahoma State winning this one. Let's go Oklahoma State. I'm pretty sure that game's going to be at noon tomorrow on ABC. So yeah, check that out. Hope you all have a great day. Stay safe, y'all. Put on a comment what you feel about all this stuff. And again, people are really underrating. Oklahoma State is 9-1. Says they're very bad opening this year. This team is very good. We'll have wins against Kansas State, Kansas, and Oklahoma. Very good teams. Very good teams. So watch out. Watch out. And Ollie Gordon was once a Heisman candidate. So watch out. Hope you all have a great day. Stay safe, y'all. And God bless y'all.